Hey, what's going on everybody, this is Leek, and today I want to talk about something fairly interesting, mainly for my Rockstar Games fans, but it's nevertheless a fun concept and topic. So what if Behavior decided to co-op with Rockstar Games? I know what you're thinking, what license can they possibly bring to Dead by Daylight? Well, honestly, it's quite simple. Manhunt, a Rockstar Games survival horror game that released in 2003. If you're not familiar with the game, Manhunt was about a prisoner, James Earl Cash, who was on death row and was executed but was given a second chance by Starkweather. Cash is then forced to kill a series of gangs for the value of Starkweather's snuff films. Starkweather is the snuff film director who is forcing Cash to kill for his value in his snuff films. Now throughout the game you see cutscenes of this pig-like character, kinda like Amanda's pig from Saw, but just more terrifying. At the end of Manhunt, you run into Pigsy. Pigsy is a deranged serial killer who is Starkweather's star performer and was locked up in Starkweather's attic. At the end of the game, you then kill Starkweather and Pigsy. But does Manhunt in DBD make sense? Maybe. How can it make sense? I think this is the only way that Manhunt can possibly make sense in DBD. So when you kill Starkweather and Pigsy, Manhunt's lore could tie into DBD by Cash immediately being captured by the entity after he kills Starkweather. As for Piggy, Piggy was given a second chance just like Cash. So the entity resurrected him because it saw Pigsy as a lethal weapon and felt empathy for Pigsy being captured and used. I feel like the second chance thing really makes sense for DVD because it gives Pigsy more redemption. So it makes sense for the entity to give Pigsy a second chance, and all that the entity wants from Pigsy is for Pigsy to kill survivors. Cash's perks could be random, but I know that it will be one special perk that allows him to stun killers in a stealthy way, because if you didn't know, Manhunt is a stealth survival horror game. And throughout the game, Cash has to sneak up on his victims and kill them. So maybe there could be a perk where if Cash is right behind a killer, he then pulls out a glass shard and stuns the killer with it. Almost like Decisive Strike. It sounds OP, but maybe it could be made to the point where it could only be used one time, and that's it. Like Decisive Strike. As for Pigsy's power, he does wield the chainsaw, so it will be something like Billy and Bubba. Maybe his power could be something like where he chops through pallets with his chainsaw, but then he keeps going. Almost like Hillbilly's add-on, where if Hillbilly uses a chainsaw on the pallet, he could keep going. But for Pigsy, it could be more control with his power. Meaning he could sprint with it, but just not exactly like Hillbilly. And to make him pretty different from Billy and Bubba, his chainsaw has to be used twice in order to get a survivor into the dying state. Just to make it more fair, I guess, since the fact that he could just chop through pallets and keep going. Honestly, this was quite fun putting together. Do I believe that Manhunt would make it to DBD? Absolutely not. Mainly because of the fact that Manhunt got banned in several countries, so I don't think Behavior will want to co-op with a game that got banned, you know. But it's definitely something fun to bring to the table, especially for Rockstar Games fans. Anyways, if you found this video interesting, please hit the like and subscribe button, and take care.
You've had an unexpected reprieve. Do exactly as I say, and I promise this will be over before the night is out.
To the beat, to the beat, y'all.
Check it out.
Come on. 1, 2.